Go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Herbert now. Now this one finds McConkey. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Switch. 79 Broncos.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Here's Ethan Evans now. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
2nd and 10.
Check 93.
Here's Herbert. And he's got his target, Harris. And they're going to get this up to midfield. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the Broncos' 39-yard line.
Second and 12, operating from the 39.
Hustle, hustle.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Man, I got you. Go, let's go. Check 93's the mic. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Too little.
They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
70 Ranger. Mike 42, Mike 42. Pick it up.
To throw is Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Nix to throw on first down. Looking deep downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Hampton, and he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Check 3. 21.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Right back to him on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
White 80. White 80 hot. Tight end right.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Green 80. Run. Watch the screen. Check. 93's the mic. Here we go. Check. 93's the mic.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Brandon Jones picking it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, I think there was a little too much heat on that one. He's trying to hit his running back out of the backfield. Normally you want to get the ball to them in stride. But here, this one's coming in hot. And it tips off his hands and into the arms of the defender.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong.
19 Lion.
3 down. 3 down. 42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. Bring it. Bring it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to move back in front. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Chargers 6.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Fair catch, signal score, and taken. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Inside the 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Mike 5. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Mike 5, Mike 5, Mike 5. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting go.
Here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Charger drive about to get going. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's to the sideline and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
59, 59. 5-9, 5-9. Let's go, let's go. Let's go.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Let's go, baby. 57's Mike.
Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Let's go. Bravo 80. Check. Mike 42. Cup 19. Cup 19. Mike 42. Mike 42.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Check 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
You're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Nix on 1st down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60.
Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
To throw, here's Nix. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Warrior 70.
Pierce is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14.
Broncos 20, Chargers 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch, signal score and taken. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 50. Buffalo 18. 50 seconds.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Hampton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hampton, and he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Play action. It's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Home to trips right.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
12.
Here we go.
Mike's 57.
Herbert off of play action.
That's to Kraft, the tight end.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hampton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground with a tight end. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Easy. We'll go orange.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Kill, check smash, turn up.
They'll try the left side. It's Harvey, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Mike's 42, Mike's 42. In your face.
18 Pioneer.
42's the Mike, 42's the Mike. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Throwing Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
So no gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Single. Watch one, watch one. Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Back to throw. Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
On first down, Hampton. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd and 5.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He gets it complete to Harris. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
Check, check.
Up the middle they go. It's Hampton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set.
2 yards left on second down from the 9.
We taking wins home. Back.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
12.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
93's the mic. All right. Hey, go lion. Ready?
They snap it to Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Okay, ready?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming. but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Showing eight. 70 Ranger.
Right back to Dobbins on first. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
20, Mike 20. Hey, keep it up. Mike 20. Hey. There we go, Mike 20.
Throwing on 2nd down, Nix.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Ray.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hampton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Check, 93's the mic. Double. Crowd right. Check, 93's the mic.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A little costly there. You wipe out the 1st down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Check, crunch.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And that went too high and incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check 50. Tight dog.
Hey, Ray. SOS.
They'll try and run for it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there, with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
17's Mike. Mike 17.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Mike 17. Mike 17.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there, with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point attempt to come here. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Broncos 27, Chargers 20.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now it's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
57's a mic. 57's a mic. I got you.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger.
Herbert. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's first down.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Slam, slam, slam.
Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right.
Rush in, rush in. Watch
Hey, hey, go lion, 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 lion.
On the ground, it's Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Here's second and a yard.
Ricky.
21.
57. Mike, 57.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Hey, check Mike, 57.
Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
That's right.
10, under 10, 10.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Here comes second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Here's third down at 5.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Sponge.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Situation. Let's go. Out. Watch the twist.
Hey, ram.
Check. Whip.
They'll try and run for it. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover. On downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
The tackle made
So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
It may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.